I'm like, please, I'm not playing Mortal Kombat. So what is all this Mortal Kombat stance and I was like, oh, make it stop. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is SA and today we're going to be reviewing the latest Nigerian series on Netflix, Shanty Town. So without further ado, let's get into this video. When I saw the trailer of Shanty Town, I just knew that this was a series that I had to review. It reminded me so much of King of Boys. Or didn't you get the King of Boys vibe? Anyway, in this review today, I'm going to be covering everything and it's spoiler free. So if you haven't seen Shanty Town, no worries, keep watching. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm going to cover every section from the acting, storytelling, to the cinematography, every single thing, and you can use the timestamps in this video to skip to those parts if that's what you're interested in. Also, remember to give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subby, thank you so much for returning to my reviews. So Shanty Town is about this fictitious town called Shanty Town that is run by this notorious, merciless kingpin, Scar, and primarily he does a lot of illegal businesses, one of which is running a prostitution ring. His ring is infiltrated by an undercover agent that wants to basically set all the girls free and exert revenge for her sister. He is blindsided by his own agenda to double cross his boss, who is a governor aspirant. So whilst he's focusing on that a lot, there's literally fire under his own roof and he misses out on that. So that's what this series is about. It is 6 episodes, it's crime based, and each episode is about 35 to 45 minutes long. Storytelling, I feel like this is where they dropped the ball a little bit. Okay, don't come for me. Before you come for me, hear me out. Episodes 1, 2, 3, I was like, yeah. And by episode 4, 5, 6, I was like, okay. What's happening? Okay, there was just something, I feel like the excitement didn't continue. They kept introducing new characters or new angles to the story. I couldn't tell what the story or where the story was going at the end of episode 2. And for a limited series with just 6 episodes, see, I need to know what the gist is by episode 2, okay? You introduced me to NM at the end of episode 1 and she's like, oh, I'm coming for Scar, he's a blah 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 blah. And then eventually she meets with Scar and he's like, oh, I love you. But even before he meets with her, he's like, where she get? Like, there was just a lot that was going on and I was trying to piece the pieces together and I'm like, okay, I get it, but what's the end game, if you get what I mean? So for me, they did okay. It wasn't the best. Nigerian writers and whatever filmmakers need to do better at connecting these stories. Like, it's such a rich story that I don't know if they were limited to the 6 episodes thing. I don't know what it is, but it just didn't flow for me. It just felt like they rushed to the end and they wasted episode 6. They wasted episode 6 because there was a lot of irrelevant time given to those dead ass action scenes that made no sense. See, I don't even want to go into those fight scenes because it annoyed me. See, I don't know when we as Nigerians are going to get it. I don't know, but I'm hoping for that day. I know we've come a long way from, hey, I shoot you, boah, 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 on the stomach, and then you're holding your head and you're like, hey, you shoot me, make I die. I know we've come a long way from that, and they did okay in this series with the action scenes, but it still felt lazy. I could still see the effort. I could still see the choreographed moves, and what worsened it was the sound. The I'm like, please, I'm not playing Mortal Kombat. So what is all this Mortal Kombat stance and I was like, make it stop, please. I'm not even gonna lie, I actually fast forwarded it. It just didn't connect. And then minus the acting scenes, they were just loopholes here and there, right? For one, I'm like, Scar promised this almighty lady, oh, I'm gonna bring you the ring. He didn't bring the ring. So what did he tell Chief Fernandez to make him come? Because they already told us that, oh, even if you capture his son, he's not gonna come. And the whole thing just didn't make sense. The confrontation between Femi and Scar. See, that episode 6, I felt like maybe it was a different writer that wrote that episode entirely. It was a mess, it was rushed, and it just took away from the series. I felt like they got to episode 6 and they're like, oh my god, guys, this is the last episode, so let's just phone it in. Let's just wrap this shit up. I think that's what they did, and it just took so much, not a little, it took a lot out of this series. So let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. This series features a lot of A-list actors, and I'm not surprised. Most of our Netflix series, our Netflix movies these days, you see a lot of familiar faces. We had RMD, Chidi Mokeme, that I haven't seen since Gouda Ultimate Search. He was actually the one who played Scar, and he was phenomenal. We also had Ini Edo and Etim and a host of all other A-list actors and actresses. Now, whilst mentioning all these ones' names, I have to personally commend a few actors and actresses that gave this series the A-list. You know, it elevated the series to a level where I was like, okay. And I'll start with none other than the star actor Chidi Mokeme. Chidi Mokeme played Scar and he killed the role. Oh my god, guys, he brought the terror to that character. Like, when I was looking at Chidi Mokeme, I was like, why am I afraid of you? Like, it's just a flipping series, but he was that good. He was never out of character. The way he also incorporated speaking Igbo and Yoruba at different times, his face there, it was on point. He didn't miss a beat. There was never a time when I was watching where I felt like his acting was too much or not enough. He over delivered. Another person that I have to give an ovation for is none other than Mercy from Big Brother. Oh my god, guys, I have never seen Mercy acting before. I feel like this is actually her first cameo, and she did not drop the ball. When I even saw her, because she was in episode 1 and they introduced her as Jackie, who was, you know, coming to meet Scar for her freedom from this prostitution ring. When I saw her, I was like, this Nyash is looking like somebody's BBL Nyash that I know. Forgive me. But I was like, oh my god, it's messy. But not to take away from that, she acted it so well. I almost believe that that's who she is in real life. I'm so sorry. This is just a testament to how good she acted. And I guess I'm so impressed by her acting, not because other people need act better than her, but because she is not an actress. You forget what I mean. That we also had a cameo from Peter from P Square, and his acting was very basic. Like, I was like, couldn't they have found someone else? Like, why did they have to use him? But Mercy delivered. And of course, my all-time fave was Shafi Bello. Oh my god, guys. Can we take a moment to give a round of applause to Shafi Bello? She killed it. See, when I was watching it, when I got to her part, she didn't even have many scenes, to be fair. She had just 2 scenes. Her scene had me on chokehold. I was like, what in the villainry? I just formed that word. I don't even think that word exists. But I was like, what in the villainy world is going on here? I loved her acting. She gave me villain energy all day. Like, she kind of reminded me of, you know, Batman and Robin cartoon that we used to watch. I mean, Batman and the Joker. She was giving me Joker vibes with the, I don't know what it was. It was the way she was speaking the English for me. Oh my God, she was so good. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. But I think the part that I was like, okay, give her flowers, was when she was done with Scar and she was like,
"Don't disappoint me, Scar," or "How do you illiterate say it again? No for my hand."
I was like, oh, okay. I get it. That line, epic. But aside from that, there were a lot of things that they incorporated into the acting that made the story so rich. And one of which is the language. Oh my God, guys, it was so refreshing to hear another language being spoken aside from Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. I think they were speaking Efik or Calabar. I don't know what they were speaking, but it was so good because Ini Edo is from that part and so is Inse as well. So just hearing them speak like sisters, oh my God, it was so good. Even though it low-key sounded like they were speaking in tongues, I loved it. I felt like it gave this series another level of authenticity and rawness, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching it, or a lot of people that will watch it, are not going to be 100% Nigerians. It's just good for them to know that we speak something else other than Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa. And of course, even the way they spoke Pidgin, which is very common to us Nigerians, particularly those of us that are from the west and the south. The Pidgin was ghetto Pidgin. It was not the normal Pidgin that me I can speak. Like, they were just dropping some lines and I was like, this is like hardcore Ajegunle type kingpin Pidgin, and I was like, I'm here for it. I'm here for this all day, every day. Low-key, there were some scenes where Inse was now switching to like her English. We all know the way Inse kind of pronounces her words and how she speaks English. And at some point I was like, you're supposed to be like the ghetto mama. You should not be speaking this kind of Queen's English, sis. Like, what's your story? So yeah, aside from that, I feel them introducing the native language and Pidgin just made the acting so rich. Of course, there were a lot of noteworthy scenes that I feel deserve Oscars. For one, the scene with RMD where he was doing his BDSM thing with Ini Edo. I was like, bro, this is too good. It was very real. I liked the emotion that they both evoked. It just goes to show that Ini Edo and RMD are great actors, and is a great actor. RMD is a great actor and Ini Edo is a great actress. That scene was so real. The way he was, wiping her, like, in short, at this point, I just have to say RMD he's great. He is so good. Even when his scenes were very, very powerful, right? He really evoked that bad man energy. Even when he was with Shalewa, where she just finished having her one night stand with Femi Fernandez and she was trying to escape, and the way he interrogated her, I could feel the fear. Okay, so I just had to say, if there's one thing I liked about Shanty Town, is the way everyone delivered. The acting, 10 over 10. Next is location, cinematography, CGI effects, and all that good all those extra technical bits, sound and all of that. They delivered. Okay, they delivered. They didn't let me down. I liked the location. It gave ghetto vibes, even like the kingpin's room and everything. The coloring, the color grading really gave that authentic Shanty Town vibe. The picture quality was great. I don't expect anything less for a Netflix series, if you get what I mean. Like, if they were doing anything less than that, then that would be a shame on them. I'm pretty sure they have the budget to create great pictures. One noteworthy scene for me that really got me hooked was actually the opening scene in episode 1. The explosions, oh my god, they did it so well. It was really, 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 really good. Like, it really got me so interested. I was like, okay, what a way to start a show, you know? The explosions didn't seem fake, the shooting, the sound, they created that chaos very well, and I loved it. Like, I felt like they did so well, and it was just a shame that when we fast forward to episode 6, they sort of dropped the ball a little bit, but that was more in the acting and less about the staging and how the picture looked, because it still looked great. Like I said, the location was great, the vibe they created, even the scene where someone was hanging from a bus and snatched someone's wig, I felt that just made that whole, it really painted the picture that I wanted to see. So for that, I also had to give them an A+. So for makeup, let me talk about makeup first. And when I'm talking about makeup, I'm focusing mainly on Scar. Scar's makeup was very good. I really liked the way they created the scar on Scar's face. Like, it was very, very authentic. It looked so real. The makeup artist did such a great job. It didn't look flat. You know, it's very easy to just paint a line, but like, it looked like a dent in his face. So that was really, really good. Another thing that I have to give them props for, this one maybe not a 10/10, but maybe a 6/10, was the tattoos. The tattoos for me looked good, but not great. It was a little bit too shiny for me, and I just felt like, okay, tattoos are not that shiny in real life. Like, we all know, it felt like, you know, those chewing-gum where you like stick stuff on your body and then apply water and pressure and then take it off. It looked a little bit like that. I just wish they had, even if it was shiny, I don't know, maybe put powder on it to just fade it out a little bit. You know, it's not like, even brand new tattoos don't look that shiny, okay? So for me, I felt they could have done better on that. In terms of like actual makeup and hairdo, I felt like they did a great job. Everybody looked like the ashawo they were supposed to look like. I don't know why that came out that way, but okay. Well, the costumes, of course, it's very easy to get prostitutes costume, you know what I mean, but they did so well. I know they incorporated a lot of nude scenes to sell the image. It made me a little bit uncomfortable, maybe because I'm just naturally very conservative when I watch Nigerian movies. I don't know why, don't come for me, but I felt like it was necessary. Like, it didn't detract from those scenes, it rather enhanced it. Only comma that I had with costume was Inse wearing those pumps. I just felt like, you're from the Zanga, why are you wearing pumps? Like, I don't know, I just expected her to wear a different type of footwear. That one just gave me school teacher vibes. So yeah, aside from that, I think they were spot on with how everybody looked. They didn't have outstanding costumes, but it was just good. I feel the only outstanding look I would say was Shafi Bello's suit. I thought the suit was nice and it gave her that boss power look. So what are my final thoughts? I think Shanty Town is a great watch. It is not perfect, but there was a lot of scenes that kept me intrigued. The acting was phenomenal. I want to say phenomenal. Let me put it like that. It was very, very good. It reminded me so much of King of Boys, but without the emphasis being on, you know, Chief being the more prominent person, but rather on Scar. And I liked that direction of the story. I think they could have done more in terms of engaging me from start to finish, but it is still a decent story, well told and presented. And so for that, I'm going to rate Shanty Town 7/10. I really enjoyed it. So let me know what you thought about this movie. Did you like it? What didn't you like about it? Were there scenes that you wanted me to talk about that I didn't talk about? I'm just trying to keep it as, you know, spoiler free as possible. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, bye.